What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to come in and make a quick video tonight. As you can see by the thumbnail, how to fix your trading when it's not working. um, and this video is just as much for me, or for me, uh, more than it is for everybody else. But I realized something today that might help someone else out there. I wanted to just put it out there. I've had a really bad couple of weeks. I've blown up several evaluation accounts. Um, and that's not normal for me. Valuation accounts used to be very easy for me to pass. Um, so today, towards the end of my New York live stream, I just started having to ask the question, well, what's different? Why is nothing working? And I mean, I was just running through a ton of emotions,
Holy shit!
yeah, I mean,
I hope bulletproof for this watch that hurt.
yeah,
What the hell?
man, I mean, dude, it, every emotion I was feeling was like that. It's like, what is going on? So, and I realized what I was doing wrong. It's very ever rarely the market's fault. It's usually us, the trader. And my process is when I get to my desk, when I'm trading successfully, I get to my desk in the morning, um, after waking up, walking the dog, getting my protein shake, reading a couple of chapters in the Bible, and I get to my desk, and when I turn on my charts, the first thing I do is pull up my daily and my 4 hour and my weekly, my daily, and my 4 hour charts, and analyze the market from that perspective. And then I turn on my 15 and 1 minute charts, where I trade at. Okay. Um, and I realized that I hadn't pulled up a weekly or daily chart in probably a couple of weeks. So I pulled up TradingView and I pulled up my daily charts, and lo and behold, when I did pull up the daily chart, I realized we had a daily fair value gap that happened, what, 2, 3 days ago? Yeah, right here, October 20th. Now, this doesn't cover the rest of the time back here where I've been having problems, but it does cover, my problems cover this time because I haven't been pulling up the daily charts. So, why? Why? I don't know. I've been an idiot. So I see this fair value gap that we made on the way up to make a double top and all-time highs, and I draw it out. And then I go to my 15-minute chart, and lo and behold, here's our daily fair value gap. I keep trying to short because we're in a down from that double top. We've been in a downtrend, and I keep trying to short, not realizing that we're slamming into the midline of this daily fair value gap multiple times, and it's not going lower. You can't, you just can't be much more of an idiot than that. You really can't. So this morning we pop up in the open. We could get into the open. Well, I missed the trade that I should have won money. Okay. The first 30 minutes. But I see, hey, we made a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. All right. And to this point, I still didn't know that the daily fair value gap was that right, because I didn't realize my mistake until later in the New York session. And so I see a bullish 15-minute fair value gap. So now I'm trying to long all the way through this consolidation, and I'm picking the wrong spots. Number one, because I don't have my 15-minute chart up. I did see it, but then I changed it back to a 5-minute. I had a 5-minute and a 1-minute. What the hell am I doing? I trade off 15-minute levels, not 5-minute levels. So I'm picking the wrong spots, trying to get into a long, when the very next 15-minute candle, after the fair value gap is made, comes down and rebalances the fair value gap. It doesn't hold. It shouldn't rebalance. This is a 15-minute fair value gap going out of range. At the most, we should have hit 75% level of that and then took off if it was going to be a truly bullish market for the day. And we didn't. But I didn't see it. Because once I saw the 15-minute fair value gap, I went to the 5-minute chart. Idiot. So, you know, the whole moral of the story is you know, if you have an edge in the markets, and for some reason, for any length of time, one day it is an outlier. 2-3 days in a row, a week in a row, which is what I've done this week, nothing but blow up accounts for the last 5 trading days. It's not the market, it's not an anomaly, something is wrong. Go look at your process, your entire process. What were you doing when your trades and your trade plan were working? And I realized I wasn't looking at my higher time frame. And I've done this a few times in my trading career where I start getting stuck on lower time frames. And it's the worst thing that can happen to my trading. So we're back in business, guys. Absolutely. Because now there's only one thing that I can expect.
Here comes the money.
Okay? We can get back to the way we were. Evaluations used to be so easy for me to pass. Why haven't I been able to pass it? Well, you're being a dummy. You're not following your process. So your process is super important. If things start to go wrong and your trades aren't working, go back and review. Are you doing everything you're supposed to be doing that made you profitable in the first place? Because we all fall into this trap, one way or another. Not this specific trap, but there is a trap that is there set for you, and if you step into it, it will clutch down on your leg, and it won't let go until you figure out something's wrong. Oh shit, I fell into a trap. Get out of it and get back to what we're supposed to be doing. So I hope everybody had a great day out there today. I've got to pull back a Tradify account from almost being blown. $98 left in drawdown on that account before I blow it. Still had $98 left when I figured out what I was doing wrong though. So we're going to try to pull that account back. I'm going to go pick up a couple of other accounts because I blew all of my Legends accounts today. And I've got it on my whiteboard. Follow the process. Weekly, daily, 4-hour charts first. 15-minute and 1-minute charts to trade from. No more 5-minute chart. Right? Very simple. And following that process and keeping my trade plans that I know have an edge on those 2 time frames, we're going to get back at it tomorrow. All right. Have a blessed night, everybody. I'm going to go touch some grass, and I will see you for the New York session tomorrow.